All right. Hello, friends. This is a very short video. I just wanted to share one of the realization that I have done because lately I have been, spending a lot of time with my devices, mobile devices, and wherever contents were available. Right. So uh, I just tried thinking through it on whatever I had been doing from quite some time now, and I realized that. We feel good about going through a lot of contents over the social media. It could be through Facebook, it could be through Insta Reels and LinkedIn, Twitter. It could be, I mean, there could be a number of sources which you typically hover over during the day, just to keep yourself so called and I want to keep it double quote, so called informed, right? Because now when I look back, I think not all the information are equally relevant for me. It could be informative, but definitely not very relevant, for me when I spend time watching them. So what typically happens is, when you are eating a lot and you're keeping waste in your body, I mean, you're eating more than what was needed, that kind of reflects over time on your body, right? On your physical appearance. You could have maybe double chin, triple chin, and whatnot. Uh, you'd have a swelly face. People would notice it. You yourself would notice it when you're at, looking yourself into the mirror, and maybe your friends, colleagues, people around you, your family members might notice that as well. And either you or others can point out to you that, bro, you're gaining weight, so you should do something about it. Or you yourself would start feeling a little loose, a little lazy, and maybe you would hit the gym because being able to observe those kind of physical changes which could have been created because of waste accumulation in this physical body uh, is easier than actually understanding the waste that we are creating into our mental well-being. Because we are feeding ourselves with too much of an information, right? And we think that all the information that we're going through is actually informative and is making me happy at this point in time. But to be honest, if you really think back in time, in the content, the number of videos, the number of reels, and what other information you have served over the web in last 24 hours, so you'd eventually realize that maybe not more than 40 to 50% of the information was actually relevant to you, right? There could be a number of fights and wars and important discussion going on on Twitter. But if you think back, I mean, are those discussions really relevant to you as an individual, for whatever you are doing for the society or for your family? Probably no, right? I mean, it could be relevant for many of us, but I mean, on a generic level, if you think, right? So what we are trying to do is, just for instantaneous happiness, we are trying to keep ourselves busy, engaged, and as a result of it, we are feeding in too much of an information, irrelevant information, which I would call it as waste, into our head, right? And that collation of waste over time is in some way leading to a fatigue, a mental fatigue. Like I mentioned, physical fatigue is easy to observe, locate, and people can point at you that maybe you're going through that physical fatigue thing. But when you're going through a mental fatigue where you're kind of mentally exhausted or have too much of an information into your mind which are not relevant, you don't realize it very soon, right? So yeah, with that video, my intent was that think back, on how you spend your time. I mean, how much of all the web content or the social media content that are there in the market, and how much of it is actually relevant to you, that you want to feed in on a daily basis. Try to avoid not feeding extra or a lot of irrelevant information for entertainment purposes. I think it's fine, perfectly fine, but do not go beyond a certain limit where you try to have so much of an information, because ultimately it's a waste that we are creating here. And unless you are I mean, a person who meditates and does yoga and all that to clear that those waste on a regular basis, I think it would immensely impact your mental well-being in time to come. So with that, please do take care, think about it, and let me know if you think this whatever I said actually made any sense to you. And with that, thank you everyone. I'll try posting more of these videos if these thoughts are coming in. I don't know if all of it actually it actually makes sense, but while I was analyzing my own thought, I thought that this was something which should be shared, if not all of us realizing it, because it is my personal realization, and like I mentioned, I don't want it to be very generic with that. So you're open to disagree to it, but that is perfectly fine. With that, thank you everyone for spending 6 minutes of your life here. Thank you. Bye bye.